Yo, what is going on, everyone? Thanks so much for tuning in today. My name is Jessline, and in this video we have another tutorial going on. And this one will be for the walkthrough exhibits, which were released in the Twilight Pack. It's a little bit different from the exhibits that we've seen so far in Planet Zoo, because normally we only have the small one with, for example, like the snakes, the spiders, etc. Right now, in the Twilight Pack, we have a new exhibit, which is the walkthrough exhibit. So this exhibit will be able to be entered by the guests. So they'll be able to get an up-close view for all the animals that are currently able to be placed inside these exhibits. And for now, that is only for the fruit bat. So I think in the future, there will be more opportunities for more animals to be placed in this exhibit. But for now, it's only the bat. So we're going to go over quickly with all the new settings that it sort of comes with, and how to make natural and custom walkthrough exhibits rather than the default look of the thing. So let's dive in and we're gonna check everything out together. So sit back, relax, get your notebooks, once again, your pencils, and we're gonna get started. Alright, so here we are in our test zoo where we're going to be checking out the walkthrough exhibit. And as you can see, we have a couple placed. So we can see the perspective of every single building, and how far we can stretch the creativity in these new exhibits and overall builds. So on the left we have the normal exhibit, which we had since the start of Planet Zoo, since release. And this was the exhibit that we would normally place our animals in. So snake type animals, spiders, etc. Right now we have a walkthrough exhibit that's added, which is this building. You can see it's quite a lot bigger than the normal exhibit that we had, and yeah, therefore we're able to do so much else with it in terms of creativity. So whenever you place the actual building, you can find it in the exact same menu as the smaller exhibits, which is in the facilities tab, and then the animal exhibits. And normally the normal one here, the small one, but then all the way at the bottom we have the walkthrough exhibit. So whenever you select it, you get greeted by this box with a path already inside. And you can just turn it around as normal, nothing too crazy, and you can place it anywhere in the zoo if there is space. As you can see, we already done that, so we have a box right here, which we'll be able to turn into a exhibit. At this very moment, it's empty. It's completely sealed off on all sides. Also, the floor, except for the pathing, is also closed off. And that's the start whenever you place the exhibit in your zoo. There are a couple options from the start already. So you have your normal overview, where you can go inside your exhibit trading and get an animal going, which in this case will only be the fruit bat with the release of this exhibit. And on the side we also have a customize tab. And here it's a little bit different than the normal customization of the smaller exhibit. You have a couple extra options. So you can change all the walls, you can change the ceiling, you can change the floor, but also even the doors on either side. So this is the default build. If we select it though, you can choose in a couple options. So you have your wire mesh, a solid, which is at this very moment. We can choose glass or none. Cool thing is, you can sync the wall and the ceiling material together. So if you tick this on, and you change something here, so let's say a wire mesh, it will change all the walls and the ceiling, so you don't have to go through every single option. It's quite neat. As you can see, the floor and the door will stay the same though. Those we can change ourselves one at a time. So the wire mesh will serve as a wall right now, so if you would place a fruit bat inside at this very moment, it will be completely safe. So for this instance, we will go for a wire mesh with a floor that's none, so it's grass. And then with the doors, we'll keep those in. Then we can go to the animal trading, or rather the exhibit trading. Whenever you purchase your fruit bat in the market for the exhibit animals, you can go to the storage, select the amount that you bought from the market, and send it to your zoo. So whenever you selected them, you can just click it, and they're inside your exhibit. It is as easy as that. With the placement of these animals, you can see that a couple extra items have been placed by default. So we have a couple ceiling structures, but also like these, yeah, like metal meshy objects where the bats are able to, yeah, like hang on, pretty much. And those boxes in either corner, those are like the default items. Not able to take those away. However, the ones on the ceiling can be taken away. And that is because of the customization tab. If we would like go back in there and would go for a ceiling, and for example, we select none, it will all disappear. That's quite nice. For now though, we still had the option turned on, and that's the reason why everything disappeared. But if we would like take this off, go to the ceiling, select none, those objects will disappear. So that's quite neat. Also with the placement of the fruit bats, we have like a couple extra tabs enabled for us, which is the animal tab. Exactly the same as the normal exhibit menu. Also the layout, with like your typical extra items that you can place in your exhibit if you turn and tick those on. Your climate, which you can like change and regulate the temperature inside the walkthrough exhibit. The customization tab, which we already noticed and seen. The log with like the finances, maintenance, where you can like select how many times a keeper would visit for like feeding sessions, and a management tab. This is a completely new tab, which also serves in the same bit as the normal exhibit, so it's like exactly the same. And from like this menu, you can change and manage all the animals that are inside your exhibit. Normally, without like this option in previous DLCs and in the base game, you have to manage your animals like by yourself. So there's like no tool, nothing like that. Some animals would breed a whole lot. Therefore, like more and more animals would like be inside your exhibit, and therefore, yeah, like to like sell them and release them to the wild. So it's like quite a tedious task, especially if you have multiple exhibits across the board with a lot of breeding going on. So you can like manage that now. So if you would take this on, you can select how many maximum males, but also females, which is like down in the bottom, will be inside your exhibit. If that reaches that number and goes like over it, that's the moment where the game will automatically sell them, store them in the trade center, or release them into the wild. You can change that yourself. Also with priority, you can change it to age, appeal, cash, or conservation credits. So for example, if you would go for age and it would like sell or store in this instance in the trade center the animals with the highest age. The male that's like, for example, the 11th, or in this case, which will be the 3rd, because we have like a maximum males of 2, will be placed inside the trade center. You can also like change to the lowest and or other settings, which will be like, again, appeal, cash, or conservation credits. Quite cool. This is like the default. If you would like change a couple settings inside here, but if you think that this is like not really nice in terms of the placement in your zoo and how it looks, you can customize that as well. So on the side here, we have like a little section which looks a little bit different than the one over there. This is a little bit customized. So what we've done here, we deleted or make the customization on the walls to none. Let's do that real quick. And then we kept the ceiling to a wire mesh. So whenever you tick that on and click OK, we have like those structures, once again, on the ceiling. So let's keep that like this for now. So that way you can customize it completely on your own and yourself. So we made like a little natural section for the fruit bats. Not necessarily in the area where they would live in real life, but you can like change this the way you would like. So you can make it like deserty like, or maybe like a thick forest, for example. It's completely up to you, because like that's the cool thing about your creativity. You can do anything you'd like. You can go like even as far as placing benches, but also garbage bins, and even an animal talk point. A educator would actually go here and like teach the guests and give them information about the animal that you assign these animal talk points to, which in this case will be the Egyptian fruit bat. So it's very, very neat that you can like do all this inside the walkthrough exhibit. Also, you can even like turn it up an extra notch if you would like. If you don't want to have a box around your exhibit, you can like get rid of all the like the walls, the floor and the ceiling. And then you would get something like this. So initially you would think, oh, but you know, there's like no wall, there's no ceiling. The bats will just like fly away in the distance and escape. That's not how it works. If you would click, you can see a white outline. That means that the game still thinks that all the bats are inside the exhibit. They will always stay inside that box. So even though it's like invisible for us, so we can just like look through it and we do not see any walls or ceilings, it is completely safe. And you're able to do this to make like a very natural area with, in this case, the fruit bat, which is quite cool. You can place like trees, you can place rocks in, you can like even play around with water. And also in our like little test build, we have the educator in a animal talk point as well, which will be used and give out information to all the guests. So as you can see, it's super versatile and you can do so much with this exhibit. It is super cool. There are a couple rules though that you will have to follow. You will not be able to build from the path. So whenever you place a exhibit like this in your zoo, there is a straight path which you will not be able to change in terms of curves. So it will always be a straight line from one door to another. You're also not able to add a extra path on like the side. It will like stop whenever you go inside the box, which in this like build is invisible. So you're not able to like add things to it. However, if you would like go a little bit on the outside, at some point the game will allow you to place like a path in once again. So maybe you can like play around with an extra path on the side to make it even more realistic and accessible for the guests. So there's like a couple rules that you will have to follow and keep in mind whenever you do something like this. And with that settled, we pretty much came to the end of the tutorial for walkthrough exhibits. Hopefully it all helped. Super versatile and very easy to use. Hopefully you'll be able to get some nice builds going yourself and have like loads of fun with it. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in this video. And I will see you all in hopefully future videos. I also stream live over on Twitch, which I'll leave a link in the description down below for. We'll be going over these builds live. So if you do have like any more questions, feel free to go to the Twitch channel itself and get those questions going. So once again, thank you so much. I will see you all later. Stay safe. Have a good one. Bye bye.